Hello, I'm Bird and welcome to Season 5, Episode 5 of Rebuilding Schalke. As always, thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming to the 5th one. I've absolutely loved it. Especially because it's come right through the youth team. I don't know something about this team. I've really enjoyed it and I'm probably going to keep it. I have a little sneaky play of it myself in the background. But we are going to do one more season. We just won the Bundesliga. We've won a couple of Pokals, but we'll try and do something in Europe. We've not been that great. Hopefully, we can end this great series on a high. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. If you really want to help my channel out, you can always become a patron. Let's get into it. I've recouped some money and we brought a lot of new players in again. But the money's great. I mean, you spend quite a lot as the season progresses, but you get a lot of good prize money, especially if you're in the Champions League as well. So the club's in a cracking place. But still, I can't go out there and spend 150 million on a Haaland or something. We've signed David Forbes for a maximum of 30 million eventually. Not a wonder kid. He's only 18. He's Scottish. Absolutely love that. But he's got loads of potential, can use both feet, can play up front. Got it from Middlesbrough, they'd been relegated from the Premier League. Now this one I did not think I could get. Young German, he was a team I've never heard of in the division below, the Bundesliga, when he was a kid. And I went to get him. Never told you about it because I didn't get him. He went to Manchester United. Last season they loaned him out to Galaxy. Now, he wasn't up for sale or anything, but I quite liked him, so I just thought, can I get him? And we did. Now, he's cost me a shit ton of money eventually. But I like him. And this one's for me. If I do play this, save a little bit here and there. This chap, I was well happy to get. I wanted someone else in the middle of the park. I call him Dominic because no chance I'm saying that second name. Not a sniffing fucking chance. Look at it. What the hell? But yeah, he's been out of City for 1 year, didn't play. He'd been a Leipzig player, and he was up for sale. We relegated Middlesbrough. And I brought myself a little backup goalkeeper here. Young English lad called Louis Miller. I need a new right back, and I found myself a wonder kid at Toulouse. For some of these like mid-level French teams, always create some of the best wonder kids. It's always good to tap into that if you can. And it cost me 22 million if he hits all his targets. I mean, he's only a 3.5 star, but apparently he's a wonder kid. So I never go off media description. I go off what I see on paper and what I see attribute-wise and a few other little things. That wonder kid tag thing just gets thrown around way too much, but I've moaned about that enough in the past. I'm not going to moan about it now, although I've just moaned about it. They were the main ins. I have signed a lot of other ins, but a lot of kids, because like I said, I'm enjoying this so much. I'm probably going to play it a little bit here and there when I get a few minutes. I won't be able to get through it like I have been, because this is like a job for me. So I will just commit hours to it and bash through it. But I'm going to turn this save into a fun save just for me, I reckon. We've still got Kyle George. I'm expecting another big season from him. We've got the new kid. And don't forget, I've shown you him already. And we've still got Marcus Leonardo, who's a very good player to have. On the right, it's still going to be Karim. Really happy we've got him. Promoted someone from the youth team. Lars Hubner. He ain't going out on loan. He ain't going to Schalke 2. This kid is playing. Oh, it says he's a striker. He's more of a winger. On the left, again, Saka. Don't know why. But we've just loaned him. And have you noticed how long they let me loan him for? And then we've still got, is it Magno? Yeah, on the left-hand side. In the middle, we've got Fontaine. You remember him from last year? He's going to have a bit more... yeah, he's got some players who could play as well. Graven Zendo, whatever his name is. In the middle, we've got Neves still. The man who... did I call him Gravensend? Graven Birch. Yeah, great midfielders. Still got Willie McKenna. We've got the new boy from Manchester City. Back, it's still the same too. Luckily, we've kept on. No one came in for him, but I think he's the better player. But I had a lot of interest for Garcia, but he's not going anywhere. A lot of interest for my left back, who is still only 19 and was brilliant last year. He signed a new deal though, didn't he? So he ain't going nowhere. Right hand side again, Williams. And again, they've let me know him. This is only for a year though, but I don't get it. Might as well wait till the contracts run out and sign him. It's the goalkeeper situation. I'm going down the youth route again like I did last year. Pope has gone. I think he's gone somewhere in Germany. I had a wonder kid goalkeeper and I think they're rare as rocking horse poo on this game. And he's still a wonder kid. So I'm going to play the kid. Throw the Bosnian in. How's he going to learn if he sits on the bench? Throw him in the deep end. If it backfires, it backfires, but he needs to learn. I still think our arch-rival Dortmund are better than us, and Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, who sacked Pochettino at the end of the year, and I kid you not, I swear down, they offered me the job. They offered me the job. I said no, and they've brought in Belisi. They offered me the job. Board are just, like I said, happy. They just want to be in Champions League, getting that money. They want to get to the final of the Pokal. Again, I'm not going to treat that seriously. I've won 2 of them. It's all about the European football. And then we've got the Super Cup, this time against Wolfsburg, which makes that a little bit more interesting. As you know, my staff are sweet. The first thing I did when I took over this team was I built the staff before I looked for any players. I even before I looked at the squad or anything. I sorted my staff out, cleared them out, brought loads in. So I've never really changed it too much, to be fair. It's my under-19 staff. I've put a bit of work into it myself this year, and it's the best. No wonder we are insane at this level, but there's another reason why I think we're so good, and it's someone I've not brought in. He's a proper Schalke man, and it's Norbert Elgert. Now, what a guy to have in charge of a youth team. He could easily be a manager in his own right and do amazing things. He must love Schalke. He's 67 years old. He must be super loyal. I mean, he's a former player. It looks like he went and ended his career in other places, but then he came back to Schalke, was under 19s manager for 6 years. Then he was his assistant manager for 2 years-ish, and then dropped back down to being the under 19s manager, where he's been since 2003. So this is Schalke 2, which I've stripped a couple of seasons ago and not paid any attention to. But all these good players have come up. Some of them only 3 stars, but there's a lot, 3 there that are very good. So they've come in there and they didn't want playing more reserve football. So they've I put them all up for lower, and everyone wanted every one of them. And I'm not surprised. So let them have a season. Let's see if they can get better. This is the under 19s, and it's a huge team. No wonder they've got quality, they've got depth. Some of these lads obviously came up through youth intakes and they're still very good. You can see the odd 15, 16-year-old from the last youth intake. Some of them, be there last year there. Some of them are brand new, and I'm still trying to get a couple more. All the transfers from the biggest ones that have happened in the league, and I saw that with Dortmund, and I thought, who the hell is William McCain? I don't mind this lad in my team. He'd fit perfectly. The little wonder kid, Dortmund wonder kid. So obviously he must have developed a lot last year, and he's gone to Real Madrid. So hopefully that will help us. On to the Super Cup, and this was a little bit different than the battles we've had with Bayern Munich over the last couple of seasons. Wolfsburg, good team. They won the Pokal last year. Didn't turn up. I don't know what they did. Did they put the freaking veterans out or something? I have no idea, but what a way to start your season. Now, we had a couple of friendlies before that. Don't worry about them. And then a testimonial come up in between the Super Cup and the first game of the season. So I couldn't say no to it. It was Lionel Messi's testimonial. Barcelona invited us to Messi's testimonial. I found that a bit weird. You think they'd want a Manchester United or Liverpool? Not us, but we accepted it, and we won 3-1. And then in the Pokal, don't get me wrong, this is what I love about the Pokal. You're all in at the first round, so you're going to get weaker teams. But I mean, and I didn't put my best team out. This is what I was looking at, thinking this is my possible B team in a few areas, maybe not, but boom, 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 boom. Every time we shot, we nearly scored. I can't believe we didn't actually win. 26-0. Next up in the second round, we've got Leverkusen, who obviously we both our finals. I've been against them. We've beat them twice. Unfortunately for them, they won't be going to another final. We might, but this was freaking like a step backwards. Hugely disappointing. Tough group, and my whole reason for wanting to do a 5th season, really for YouTube anyway, was to try and do better in the Champions League, and we've done worse. I've got to a quarter final, I think. First round knockout, and now we've not even got through the group stage. But I don't think this is a bad reflection on us. We've just had a few weird, tough games. I mean, Man City and Sevilla, great teams. Fenerbahce is always a tough team, even though they lost all their games. But it was fine margins, man. It was fine margins. But there's always a silver lining. We're in the Europa League. But back in the Bundesliga, we were doing really well. We're not running away with it. We're only 4 points clear by January the 1st. Dortmund in 3rd. Bayern on that slide. I always say this. I'd love to know what you think. But they have a slide, and I think they've gone from having a manager who left, and Pochettino didn't work out for him. Then they've gone straight to another manager. It's like that panicking, like Manchester United. Panic. And they're slipping. A lot of the great players are old or gone. and maybe they're not recruiting right. I mean, they bought a 32-year-old Griezmann last year, so it's probably not the best way to go. And you look at a team like me, and Dortmund, who've got young players and we're growing together. And I mean, Dortmund just got an absolute insane amount of money for one of theirs, but they're probably investing it in more. So yeah, we do it the right way. But Leipzig are starting to be a bit more of a force this year, so fair play to them. They're in second, and they were going to be a real challenge for me. So these are the fixtures in the league. Started off great, won the first 5. Got beat off the Hamburger van. Yeah, is what it is. A bit sketchy. But then we've been on that great run there. So obviously the derby, we won 2-0 away, which is great. We obviously beat Bayern Munich 3-2. We had a close game, but what a fun game seeing when we scored. Look at all the goals when they were scored, by the way. Crazy, eh? 80th minute, 80th, 82nd minute, 86th minute, 88th minute. Jesus Christ, stop. So this is a squad arranged by average rating, and like I said with the Pokal, I've been B-teaming it. You know, I took a few risks maybe in the Champions League and a couple of league games where we've played teams at the bottom or near the bottom. I've took gambles, but I feel like I should be able to. I know we're young. I think one of the gambles I took this year was a goalkeeper. I mean, look at all the greens I've got there. Can I really complain when I've got that many 7s and above? I don't think so. But the goalkeeper is on a green. I'll take that. He's played 24 games. And you're going to have these tough years maybe where you take a gamble on a certain player, but they'll push through it if they're good enough. And you could end up with an absolute worldly goalkeeper on my hands for the next 15 years. And let's jump forward, let's start getting into it. Can't wait. Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Is it going to be sad? We'll find out. Well, in the Pokal third, it was going to be sad, but I put a team out there that weren't playing every day. You know, technically a B team, although I still think they're pretty good. And we got beat off Werder Bremen. You know, I love this competition, but we won it twice. It's all about the bigger ones, even though we're out the Champions League as well. Yeah. Thank God for the Europa League. I did quite like this. I won a few in my time. So we'll see what happens this season. It started off great. Not defensively, a bit pissed off with that, but we scored a lot of goals. And then the second leg, won 3-2. So again, we're letting some goals, but we scored just enough to win. Winning 7-4 in aggregate. So yeah, we need to tighten up at the back, even though my centre-halves played amazing. And we're a good team. They have a good team. 2 great legs, really. A lot of fun. We then got Rangers and my good friend Brian Kane. I love a bit of this, the Gurs. And we beat them 2-0 at home. Fritz and Gravensend on the goal scoring sheets. But it's got Wybrox, and it's freaking tough to got Wybrox, and it was going to be tough. What a bloody game. Rangers put it on. They beat us 4-3. We won 5-4 on aggregate, but they were the better team. They were the better team. And they got it for them, really, because they played amazing. I mean, it was a tale of 2 halves, as you can see. But it is what it is. Football's football. We came out victorious. And it's off to Rome. We were 6 in Serie A in the quarterfinals. Beatable, aren't they, these? The league. Twitchy bum time. 50p, 20p, 50p, 20p. Only a point clear. Only 4 points behind. Bayern Munich have come out of nowhere. Dortmund on the slide. I mean, bloody hell, what a league this can be. I mean, this is a running hamburger van are up there. And the thing is, I don't know who wins it. You know, a player season and say, I don't know who wins it. I mean, there's a reason Bayern are doing well. I mean, where are all them goals coming from? To be fair, I was knocking it for being old. But it's Griezmann, 25. Defensively, we're pretty good. We could be better, really. I felt like we could have been a lot better. So I was, pleasantly surprised when I see we're the 3rd best defence in the league. But Leipzig, man, you build from the back and they want that title. Well, we had a chance in Europe in the Europa League. Absolutely tearing Roma a new one. Absolutely caned him. Karim hat-trick, man. So proud of this. And what a lovely little vacay out to Rome, eh? When in Rome, kick some ass, and that's what we did. 3-0. But it was a lot tougher in the first leg of the semi-final. Josh Green's dirty Leeds came to town. He came with all his boys. He's a good friend of mine. And yeah, it was a draw. I don't know if you noticed, but Karim got an hat-trick in both games against Rome. He didn't in this one, unfortunately. And we had to go to freaking Ellen Road. Historical, dumpy Ellen Road. And we did it. A goal from Forbes. Willie McKenna got us another one. I mean, they made it scary towards the end, scoring in the 88th minute. And I've had a few games where I've had lots of goals in the 80th minute. So it went all the way down to the very end. And they were a tough test, man. Leeds are good this year on this game. did a rebuild with him a while back, but I think on this year's game I see him do really well. So we face top of Serie A's Carlo Ancelotti's back there, AC Milan. Wow. Donna, he's still there. Because I've still got a game to play, which I'm going to play right now off camera. And this is why you should get into my Tame Valley series if you don't watch it. Because, you know, there's 3 episodes a season, you get to see more detail. If this was Tame Valley, you'd see this game. And the final. But I have to cram everything into 20 minutes. I have to cut out so much from the rebuilds because I'm squeezing a season into an episode. So, if you like more detail, heading over to Tame Valley FC. So we're playing these boys who have done quite well this year, to be fair. I thought they'd be going straight down, but yeah, still expect to beat them. Leipzig, on the other hand, have got a tougher test. They've got Nuno's Colm, no ways either, who are kind of, I think, are they just into a European spot? I think they need to really try and cement that. I don't know how it all works, but they're away as well, so tough test for them. Tough test for us both. I'll be back in a minute. Well, Leipzig, they drew 1-1 with Colm. But how do we do? Well, we won 1-0 with an Eric Garcia goal. Don't score many, but when he does, they're massively important. So they go back-to-back Bundesliga titles. Absolutely buzzing with that. Great achievement. Oh, this year was good and tough and a bit of a challenge for Leipzig, who have been really good, I think. So they were unlucky. Just lost 1 extra game. That was it. But fantastic. Hoffenheim, what happened to them after their Champions League run? What has happened to them? Gone down. Could go down again if they lose that playoff. Cole sneaked in there with that draw. Buzzing with that. Bayern Munich 4th. Crazy scenes. So it's the Bundesliga champions versus the Serie A champions. AC Milan have won that league by 6 points. It's great to see them back on top. I mean, that looks like a good league. I don't know if some of you have noticed, but Lazio won back-to-back Champions Leagues at one point. Now I know this ain't the Champions League, it's a Europa League final, but it's still a European final, and I would love to end this on a high. Here we go. Super excited, like buzzing for this. Took a few gambles. I put out my favourite 11. Possibly not my best 11. Fitness and maybe a few players might have been better starting. Let's go, boys. I mean, one thing I do like is I feel I've got options on that bench. Got guys who can come on, score goals, guys who can come on, help in midfield. I've got guys who can come on in defence. So, yeah, really, really happy with my bench, to be fair. I think we've got strength. I think that's why we've won 2 Bundesligas. I think if I took the Pokal more seriously, we've been going to finals in that. I've just been B-teaming it. And when you B-team it, go on, Kareem! Oh! He's a man for the big fucking stage. I know someone was saying in my comments a while back, play him up front, but nah, he's great out wide. He's suited to it. You know, especially got George up front. Got Sacco on the left. I know he's never technically mine, but how long have we had Sacco for? 4 years. Crazy. Anyway, here's... Oh, go on, Ruben! He had a lot of interest. I think City were interested in him at one point, Ruben Neves. City have just sacked their manager, by the way. We'll have a look at who wins the Champions League in a sec. Oh, come on, lads. Here's Gravesend. He lost it. No, he's winning back. He's a great player. Someone I didn't know too much about until got to this. But yeah, what a fantastic midfielder. So you all caught up on the Tame Valley? I know there's hundreds of you who watch this who don't watch Tame Valley. Still don't understand why. Because it's really good. I love it. It's got a good few years left in it. I love what I've learned I can do in it, especially in this last episode. Nice little touch for the series, I think. And exciting times at the Valley. But also exciting times for my rebuild series. I cannot wait to start the next one. So I know some people might say, oh, do another season with Schalke. Nah. Oh, corner. Right, the deaf. Can Milan get into it? No. I've got a brick wall of blue in that goal. Ain't happening, boys. Well, it's our time. It's only 1-0. Anything could change. Stat-wise, it looks pretty even, to be fair. But I still think, from what I've seen, we're the better team. So I've not made any changes, but I like the fact that I can, and I feel confident about some of them, to be fair. Really confident. So we'll see. I wanted a nice, interesting final. Don't have to get some boring ones sometimes. But you can't pick it, can you? You just got to see what happens. Here we go. Ruben Neves. Great delivery right into the box, but they've got it away. Here he is, Gravenberch, finds Van der Voort to Williams. Come on, boys. Here's Kareem, back-to-back hat-tricks against Roma. Insane. Garcia, it cost me nothing. Here's Saka. Ooh, why Arsenal don't want him, I have no idea. I'm expecting more from Milan, but I just think we just need to get that second goal now, try and kill it off. But we won't do that with balls like that. Give it him straight back to come at us. Been quite patient, aren't he, Milan? Probing, passing, taking the time. Nice ball through, and it's nearly worked. But my kid, man. Ooh. Okay, I've made a couple of changes. I put George out wide on the left because Saka was on the yellow, and I wasn't happy with some of my options there. And I brought on the young wonderkid German lad to go up front. And then the kid I bought from City, who I can't say his name, Dominic is his first name. He's come on for Gravesend in the middle, just to freshen things up a bit, switch things about. Will it backfire on me? We'll see. Hopefully not. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. I've given him some encouragement. Here's Neves to Dominique. Come on, lad. Finds Kareem, the goal scorer. Look at him just darting. Oh, he's got us a penalty there, surely. Don't know why they had to check VAR. It was obviously a penalty. Obviously. Right. Let's put. If we score this game's gone. And there you go. Buzzing with this. I mean, it's not the Champions League, which I would have liked, and hopefully I can win it myself at some point. I mean, it's going to be taking me weeks to do a season because I've got obviously channels to make, content to make, but I've loved it. I've got too much invested throughout the entire squad to give up on it. So I might do it. And I've said it before, but I might do, you know, if I get a few seasons into it, I might do a bit of a recap for you for anyone who loves this. But yeah, what a way to end it properly. So fair play to Leipzig as well, pushed us all the way in the Bundesliga. They went on to win a Pokal, so it's great to see them win a major, and I look forward to meeting them in the Super Cup. Liverpool made up for their defeat against Dortmund last year in the final. So that's 3 finals they've been to now back to back. Lazio won 2, Liverpool won it, then Liverpool lost it to Dortmund. Now they've beat Real Madrid. Did Real Madrid have that kid? Yeah, he was playing, didn't play very well. So of course, my boys won the Bundesliga junior again, and that's 5 years. On the bounce, I think the goal difference gets insane every year, and I think it increases by 20 goals. But not perfect this year. Not perfect this year. We lost the UEFA League to Celtic. And we beat Leipzig again. Beat them in the big teams. Beat them in the youth teams. And they won their junior Pokal. So, yeah, I mean, they just clock up trophy after trophy down there, don't they? Gutted about the European one, but still a lot of promise in this team. And I've never had a youth team set up like it. So on to the next rebuild. Just want to say thank you to everyone who supported this, commented, watched an advert, subscribed. Hopefully you'll stick with the channel if you're new, and you're going to stick with the next one, which I'm guessing, I think it's going to be a tougher challenge. I'm kind of keep wanting to go with big teams. That's what the rebuild series was always about, taking a team that used to be in a height and won a big trophy and it's crashed. I've been asked to do this one for a while, and I've wanted to do it for a while, so hit the thumbs up. I hope you're well, I hope you're happy, I hope you're safe. I've never done this before, but I've guessed that anyone who's watching me right now here in episode 5 to the very end is hardcore, and I love you, and you really do support me. So just for you, this is the next rebuild.